Okay, students, good morning all of you. Let's see the continuity of general organic chemistry in that sp2 hybridization. Okay. sp2 hybridization. Okay. So already we discussed about this concept. Okay, with examples also. Let's consider example 1. Example 1, boron trifluoride. Boron trifluoride. Okay. Boron trifluoride. Boron trifluoride. What is central atom here? Boron is the central atom. Atomic number for boron 5. It has 5 electrons. Ground state, electronic, ground state means low energy level, lower energy levels, remember this. Electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p1, am I right? Total 2 plus 2, 4 plus 5. This is outermost valence cell, am I right? In 2s, how many electrons are there? 2 electrons. In p, we have 3 suborbitals. This is 2p. There is no electron here. 2p x1, 2p y1, 2p z0. Both are 0. There is no electron. So, first excited, that means energy level increases, energy of the orbitals increases. First excited state, electronic configuration. This electron moves in this 2py, okay, then 1s2, 2s1, 2p2, am I right? 2p2, 2p2, is it clear? Now in 2s, 1 electron, 2p, clear? This is S and P2 hybrid. 1s orbital, 2p orbital undergoes sp2 hybridization, am I right? This is unhybrid p orbital, am I right? Empty, it is empty. So now how many hybrid orbitals gives? 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are generated or produced. Okay, 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. By the intermixing of 1 s orbital, 2p orbitals, it gives 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. So that is the representation. Okay, so let us come to, that means now boron has 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, am I right? Orbitals. Each sp2 hybrid orbitals consist 1 electron. Each sp2 hybrid orbital consists 1 electron. 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals consist 3 electrons. Okay. Now come to fluorine. Fluorine, that means boron interact with the fluorine here in this molecule, am I right? Okay. So listen carefully and write the notes properly. Read one or two times, then it gets clarity. Okay. Practice more and more. So practice is very, very important. Okay. After listening, if you can analyze the subject, then it is easy to answer the bits. Okay. So now fluorine, its atomic number, we have 3 fluorine. In the 3 fluorine, the same pattern. Atomic number of fluorine 9. Fluorine has atomic number means it has 9 electrons. Atomic number equals its electronic number. Remember this. Ground state electronic configuration, ground state electronic configuration of fluorine, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p5, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 5, 9. This is outermost cell. How many electrons are here? 2s. In the p we have 3 subcells. We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I right? Now this is 2p x2, 2p y2. The last one is 2p z1. Which orbital is there? Single electron is there. That single electron involved in the chemical bonding with boron. Remember this. So in the fluorine, 2p-Z orbital consists single electron. That 2p-Z orbital which has one electron involved in the chemical bond with boron. Is it clear? So now come to this. Come to here. Now this is the boron. Boron, am I right? Now boron has 3 sp2 orbitals. Am I right? So here it is 1 sp2. 1 sp2 with 1 electron, and here sp2 with 1 electron it gives, here it gives sp2, third electron, am I right? Okay. Now this is interact with fluorine, here with 1 fluorine, here with 1 fluorine. From fluorine which orbital is interact with? 2p-Z orbital, here it is 2p-Z orbital, here it is also 2p-Z orbital interaction. So now 2p-Z orbital consists 1 electron. From each fluorine 3 electrons. Okay, clear? Why? Because in the structure we have 3 fluorines. From each fluorine it consists 1 2p-Z orbitals. Okay. Now which hybridization? They undergoes axial overlapping. Which overlapping? Axial overlapping. Overlapping causes for sigma bond or covalent bond. All are axial overlapping. These bonds are called as covalent or sigma bonds. Sigma bonds. Is it clear? Simply, what is the bond angle? That structure is like this. This is fluorine, 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 am I right? Fluorine. What is the expected bond angle here? 120 degrees. And geometry or shape of the molecule, if 120 degrees means trigonal planar. Trigonal planar molecule. Trigonal planar molecule. Is it clear? How many number of sigma bonds are covalent bonds? Number of sigma bonds are covalent bonds 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay? Is it clear, ma, all of you? So orbital representation, this is the boron. Okay. Now it has 3 sp2 Okay, these are sp2. This is one sp2 hybrid orbital. Now it is interact with f orbital, am I right? In the f means which orbital it is? F p orbital. 2pz is p orbital. What is the shape of p orbitals? This is the shape of p orbitals, am I right? Now this interact with these are the p orbitals. Which orbital it is? 2pz of fluorine. This is 2pz. This is also 2pz. Okay. This is the overlapping position. sp2 overlap with 2pz. Axial overlapping. Okay. Expected bond angle is 120 degrees. Which hybridization it is? sp2 hybridization. sp2. Shape is trigonal. Same structure. Trigonal, planar. Is it clear, ma? This is sigma bond covalent. This is also sigma bond. This is sigma bond. sp to p. Simply we can represent sigma sp to p like this. Here also sigma sp to p. We can represent like this. Sigma sp to p. Okay. What is the hybridization? Same boron trichloride also like this. Now this is inorganic compound. Why? Because all are inorganic elements. Boron is inorganic element. Fluorine is also inorganic element. Okay. Now come to second example that is related to organic. That is C2H4. This is ethene or ethylene. The structure is 2 carbons. In that one is sigma bond, another one is, we call it is double bond. Here it is sigma bond, it is sigma bond, it is sigma. Number of sigma bonds, 5. Number of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number of pi bonds 1. Am I right? Okay. Now I would like to explain the hybridization. Now hybridization of these double bonded carbon is sp2. For this it is bonded with double bond, so sp2. Okay. For triple bond sp. Both side double bond sp. For only with double bond it is sp2. Okay. Now let us discuss. It consists of 2 carbon atoms. The central atom in C2H4 is carbon atoms. Am I right? 2 carbon atoms acts as central atom. Both are acting as central atoms. Atomic number of carbon is 6. So it has 6 electrons. Ground state, electronic, configuration of carbon 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Is it clear? Total 6 electrons. This is valency cell electronic configuration. In the valency cell means first cell, second cell. This is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. In the valency cell, how many electrons it consists? 4 electrons. Okay. So now in the 2s it is 2. In the 2p, in the p again we have 3 suborbitals. Am I right? 1, 2. This is 2px1, 2py1. There is no electron in 2pz. 0 it is. Am I right? Clear? So now electronic configuration in first excited state of carbon is, now this electron shifted to this one, 2pz. Now write 1s2, 2s, one electron shifted to 2p3. Now this is valence cell electronic configuration. We consider only valence cell only, not this one. So here it is 1. In 2p, how many electrons are possible? 1, 2, 3. Am I right? So now which hybridization we have need? Here sp2, one s orbital, 2p orbitals. Okay. So 3 hybrid orbitals here we have. This is unhybrid pure p orbital. Okay. This is 2pz1. One electron is there. 2pz is unhybrid orbital. In the sp there is no sp0. Sorry, sp2. Okay, it consists of 2. But in the sp2 it has only one hybrid orbital. Okay, is it clear, ma? It is unhybrid p orbital, not participate in the hybridization. So one s orbital, 2 p orbital, it undergoes intermixing. It gives, now carbon have 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Am I right? Each sp2 consists 1 electron. Am I right? 1, 2, 3 electrons here. Okay, 3 electrons. Now come to hydrogen. Now here carbon bonded with hydrogen. Am I right? Now this explanation also for second carbon same. Okay. In the second carbon also how many? Next. In the second carbon also, the second carbon also have 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay. Why? Because it is also central atom in the given molecule. Now these 2 carbon interact with, this carbon interact with 2 hydrogen, this carbon interact with 2 hydrogen. Okay. Now hydrogen, what is its atomic number? 1. Write it electronic configuration 1s1, s orbital. What we call it is s orbital. In s orbital 1 electron is there. Okay. Now it is interact with carbon. Okay. Now let's take, this is carbon, this is carbon. Okay. Clear all of you? Listen carefully. This is carbon and this is carbon. Is it clear, ma? Now this has sp2. Which one has 1 electron? And this carbon also having 1 sp2, which has contribute 1 electron. Now it gives one bond between. Now this is sigma bond, axial overlapping takes place. This is called sigma sp2, sp2. Axial overlapping takes place. Axial. That means sigma bond it gives. Okay? Clear? In between one sp2 orbital of this carbon and sp2 orbital of other carbons undergoes axial overlapping. Axial overlapping. It gives one sigma bond in between 2 carbons. In between 2 carbons. Is it clear, all of you? Is there any doubt? This carbon having 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. This carbon is also having 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Now one sp2 hybrid orbital of this carbon and another sp2 hybrid orbital of second carbon axially overlapping, axial overlapping or horizontal or linear overlapping or head-on overlapping. It gives sigma bond, that is covalent bond, strong bond. Okay. Now this has two more sp2 hybrid orbital, and this one is also has two more sp2 hybrid orbitals. Now this contribute one electron here. Now this is contribute one electron here. Now it is interact with hydrogen, it contribute one electron. This is hydrogen, contribute one electron. So axial overlapping, it is also sigma bond. Now which orbital involved here? 1s. So we call it a sigma sp2s bond. Here it is also sigma sp2s, am I right? From hydrogen s orbital involved, from carbon sp2. Now 3 sp2 are completed or not? Completed. Now same here also. Now it contribute one electron here. It contribute one electron from here. From hydrogen it contribute one electron. Here hydrogen it contribute one electron. So now which bonds are possible? As sigma. Which orbital involved here? 1s. Here it is 1s, am I right? It can represent as sp2s, am I right? sp2s. Here it is also represent here sigma sp2s, am I right? sp2. sp2 means sp2 orbital of carbon, s orbital of hydrogen. Gives one sigma bond, axial overlapping. Okay. So now 4 sigma, and this is the 5th sigma, and one pi bond is need to form in between the carbon, am I right? Clear? One more bond we should need to form here. Now how pi bond is formed here? So let come to, so in the carbon 2pz orbital is there. In the second carbon is also 2pz orbital is there. So one 2pz orbital of this carbon and 2pz orbital of another carbon, lateral overlapping, it gives which bond? Pi bond. It gives pi bond. Listen. And now one electron from this carbon, one electron from this carbon. From which orbital? 2pz orbital. Here also 2pz orbitals gives pi bond. Which bond it is? Pi bond. It is sigma bond. Which overlapping takes place here? Lateral overlapping. Lateral means this is the p orbital, am I right? pz of this carbon and also pz of second carbon. So gives lateral overlapping. This is called as pi bond. This is sigma bond. Okay, is it clear? So finally this structure is simply, you can remember this, hydrogen. Which hybridization? Carbon is bonded with sp2. Now tell me number of unhybrid orbitals here. In this case sp2 hybridization, here it is 1, sp2 for carbon 1, okay, for second carbon 1, total 2. Is it clear, ma? Now I will explain this concept with respect to orbital diagram, molecular orbital representation. sp2, example for organic compound C2H4, am I right? This structure is C double bond and H, clear? So now see the structure. This is one carbon atom, this is another carbon atom, am I right? Now one sp2 of this carbon, another sp2 of this carbon, sp2 of this carbon, sp2 of this carbon, okay, sigma bond, axial overlapping. Which overlapping? Axial overlapping. Clear up to? Next another sp2, another sp2. Here it is also sp2, here it is also sp2. This is second sp2 of carbon, second sp2 of carbon, second sp2 of carbon, second sp2 of carbon. Clear, ma, up to everyone? Now this is 1s orbital of which orbital it is? S orbital. S orbital of hydrogen. This is simply you can write. This is S orbital of hydrogen. This is S orbital of hydrogen. S orbital of hydrogen. This is S orbital of hydrogen. So now P interact with overlapping, axial overlapping. Axial overlapping takes place. Is it clear? Now this is hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Okay, these two are carbons. Okay, clear? Now come to here. Now this is which orbital of carbon? 2pz, am I right? 2pz. This is 2pz also, am I right? 2pz. So now 2pz, vertical, you know, this hybridization is called as, okay, this is the representation. 2pz undergoes lateral overlapping, it forms pi bond. This representation is pi bond. Now tell me, this is sigma sp2 sp2, am I right? One sigma, and here it is sigma sp2 s, here it is sigma sp2 s, okay, and come to here sigma sp2 s, am I right? And come to here sigma sp2 s, am I right? Axial overlapping up to. So and come to here, it is pi, okay, pi, which orbital? P, here it is also P, pi P, P P overlapping, P orbital, okay, is it clear all of you, everyone? So pi bond is possible, okay, this structure is like, in this sigma, 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 one is sigma, another one is pi bond, this expression is like this. Is it clear all of you? Here also bond angle 120 degrees, bond angle is 120 degrees and it is trigonal planar. What is the expected bond angle here? sp2 hybridization means 120 degrees and trigonal planar or coplanar we call it is, okay, in this case. This is about, next come to sp3 hybridization. sp3. What is sp3? Intermixing of one s orbital and intermixing of one s orbital and 3 p orbitals gives 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, okay. Bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes and shape of the molecule is tetrahedral shape, okay, tetrahedral, okay, and 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are equivalent energy and also identical and also symmetrical. Okay. Orbital overlapping relative comparison with s orbital. Relative orbital overlapping power of sp3 hybrid orbital is 2 with respect to s orbital. Remember this, already we discussed about this also. Okay, important point. So stronger overlapping takes place in sp3 than sp2 also. Stronger overlap. Stronger overlapping takes place than sp and sp2. That overlapping order is sp3 is stronger overlapping than sp2 sp. Okay, due to sp triple bond compounds, sp2 here double bond is also possible. Due to sp all are single bonds are possible. In for hydrocarbons only, later we will discuss. Remember this order. Okay, sp3 is stronger, makes stronger bonds, stronger covalent bonds. Okay, now take the example CH4 hydrocarbon. This name is methane. Structure is CH and H. Bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Shape of the molecule is tetrahedral shape. Okay, is it clear? So some more examples for this sp3 hybridization: H2O and H2S and SiH4 NH3. Remember these exhibit here, oxygen exhibit sp3 in this molecule. Here also one more example for NH4 plus and PH3 phosphine. PH3 phosphine. These are all examples for sp3. Okay, for in here bond angle in this case sp3 hybridization, bond angle here in the water 104 degrees 30 minutes. Remember this, actual 109 degrees here decreases. Remember this. So it will discuss in the chemical bonding topic. So due to the sp3 hybridization, what is the expected bond angle? 109 degrees 28 minutes. But in the water it is 104 30 minutes. It decreases. Remember this. For in here same condition, here it is also sp3 ammonia nitrogen, bond angle is 107 degrees. It is decreases. So remember these two conditions. Later we will discuss in the next class. Okay. So in the chemical bonding lesson. Okay. So here we are going to discuss about this one mostly. 109 degrees 28 tetrahedral structure. Okay, all are single bond. Sigma covalent bond. Sigma. Okay, so number of sigma bonds is 4. Single bonds. There is no double or triple bond. Single bond is called here sigma bond. Bond. Clear? All are. Okay. So for all are single bonds, it is called saturated. Satisfaction. Saturated. So stable. The molecule is stable. That means saturated molecule. CH4 is a hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon. saturated hydrocarbon. Remember this. Saturated, all are saturated. If double bond, triple bond is present, that is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Remember it. Okay, is it clear? Now we will explain hybridization in this molecule. Okay, this is about simple about sp3 hybridization. Let us take example for sp3 methane formula CH4 structure CH. This is the structure, am I right? Central atom is carbon, right? Central atom is carbon. Atomic number 6, am I right? That means it has 6 electrons. Its ground state electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. This is outermost electronic configuration. So how many electrons here? 2. Here it is 1, 2. Okay. In the first excited state, this electron shifted to this. Now 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. In the 2s it has 1 electron. This electron migrate into this, and in the p 1, 2, 3. Am I right? sp3 hybridization means 1 s orbital, 3 p orbital. Up to this 2, all are involved. sp3 hybridization, 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals. Okay, all are involved. Okay. So it gives 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Am I right? Clear? So each sp3 hybrid orbital have single electron. Am I right? Clear? So there is no unhybrid orbital. Am I right? All are involved. So no unhybrid p orbitals or pure p orbitals. No pure p orbitals are all involved. 1 s orbital and 3 p orbitals are involved completely. Okay. Therefore carbon have 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Okay, clear? Now let us come to these carbon bonded with 4 hydrogens. For hydrogen, what is the electronic configuration? 1s1, am I right? 1s1. S orbital involved with carbon. Okay. So let us consider. Now this is the carbon, am I right? This has 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Now this is the first sp3 hybrid orbital, and this is the second sp3, and this is the third sp3. Okay. This is the fourth sp3. Just a minute. This is 1 electron, this is 1 electron, this is third electron. sp3, and this is also sp3. So now this is bond with hydrogen, which has 1s. This is bond with 1s electron. It gives 1s electron. Hydrogen gives 1s electron, and this hydrogen offer 1 electron from 1s. Am I right? 2 electrons means 1 bond. So these are sigma bonds. So axial overlapping takes place. Which overlapping? All are axial overlapping. Remember this. All are axial overlapping takes place. Is it clear? all are axial overlapping. So number of sigma bonds, how many sigma bonds here? 1 2 3 4, 4 sigma bonds. What is the bond angle? 109 degrees 28 minutes. Bond angle, how much it is? 109 degrees 28 minutes. Shape of the molecule or geometry of the molecule is tetrahedral. Am I right? Tetrahedral geometry. Tetrahedral geometry. Is it clear, all of you? So later I will explain its orbital diagram structure. Okay. Let us take, this is the carbon which has sp3 and sp3 and sp3 and sp3. It is interact with s orbital, s orbital. Am I right? This is s orbital of hydrogen, s orbital of hydrogen, s orbital of hydrogen, s orbital of hydrogen. This is sp2, this is sp3, 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 this is sp3. Am I right? Now this is sigma bond, sigma sp3s. Am I right? Here it is also sigma sp3s. Here it is also sigma sp3s. Sigma sp3s, which overlapping? Axial overlapping only. Axial overlapping. Bond angle how much? 109 degrees 28 minutes. Okay. Shape tetrahedral. Tetrahedral shape. Is it clear, all of you? This is the orbital diagram. So finally sp, sp2, sp3. Am I right? Okay. In only organic compounds I would like to explain. In organic compounds, so sp, example C2H2, sp2 C2H4, CH4, hydrocarbons. These are all structure. C double bond C, this is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. Okay. C2H2. Okay. Here it is C double bond C, H and H. Okay. Here it is C, H. Okay. This is saturated. These two are, it is triple bond, it is double bond. One is sigma, another one is pi. One is sigma, another two are pi bonds. So if double bonds, triple bonds are present, that is unsaturated hydrocarbons. Only carbon and hydrogens are there. So we call it as hydrocarbons. Remember this. Okay. Saturated hydrocarbons. So if in between carbon and carbon triple bond exists, then hybridization is sp and sp. Clear? So in between two double bonds, middle of the carbon is there, then it is also sp. Okay. So double bond and single bond. So double bond is dominated, sp2. Okay. Clear? And all are single bond. Clearly it is sp3 hybridization. Remember this. sp3 hybridization. Okay. So this one is important. Polar single bond with carbon sp3. Double bond single bond sp2. So triple bond is there. So sp. So here it is both side double bond, it is also sp. Okay, remember this. We have bits on based on this concept. Okay. For hydrocarbons, we have sp hybridization, sp2 hybridization, sp3 hybridization. Am I right? What is the shape of the molecule? Linear. Here it is trigonal planar or coplanar. Okay, and here tetrahedral. Am I right? Tetrahedral. Okay, bond angles in the case of sp 180 degrees. Here for sp2 120 degrees. For sp3 109 degrees 28 minutes. Some cases it is variable. In the case of H2O it is 104 degrees 30 minutes. For NH3, remember this, it is not hydrocarbon, it is all inorganic compounds, but even I mentioned here 107 degrees. These two are inorganic, not organic. Inorganic elements, there is no carbon and hydrogen, remember this. Okay, so mostly for organic compounds 109 degrees 28. Example C2H2, here C2H4, here CH4. Structure C triple bond C H. Am I right? H. Okay, bond angle, number of sigma bonds later we'll discuss. C2H4, C double bond C and H and H and H. Here C H H H. Am I right? Clear? Number of sigma bonds and number of pi bonds. Number of sigma bonds 1 2 3. Number of pi bonds 2. These two are pi bonds. Number of sigma bonds 5. Number of pi bonds 1. Number of sigma bond 4. No pi bonds. Okay, clear? Next, very important, these are unsaturated. It is also unsaturated. This is saturated. Is it clear? Next, come to percentage of S character. S, how much S is present, how much P is present in the orbital. Percentage of S orbital and percentage of P orbital, how much percentage? In the total percentage means we can calculate with respect to 100 means 100. Now percentage of S orbital, total 100 means 1 S 1 P means how much it is? 50% S orbital, 50% P orbital. Am I right? Come to here, for sp2 it is 33.3% S percentage and 66.7% for P. For sp3, 1 part S, 3 part P orbital, so it is 25%, it is 75%. Okay, so this concept is very important. AMSET and JE. Okay, remember this thing. Okay, clear? For hydrocarbons, how much percentage of S orbital is present? Total 100 means 50% this one, 50%. Why? Because 1 S orbital, 1 P orbital. Here 1 S orbital, 2 P orbital. For this is 66.7, this is 33.3. Come to here, sp3. Here 1 part it is, 3 part here, 75, 25. Is it clear? Remember that one. So is it clear, ma? Now depends on this, we have important bits here. Okay, let's see. Electronegativity, in this only electronegativity, simple we can represent like this, of sp, sp2 and sp3 hybrid orbitals. Electronegativity is directly proportional to percentage of s character. If more s percentage is, that means electronegativity is increases, s percentage is also increases. Electronegativity is decreases and also s percentage is also decreases. This is the meaning, directly proportional relation is. Now which one has more electronegative character? In which case s percentage is more among sp. Suppose for sp s percentage 50%, for sp2 s percentage is 33.3%, for sp3 how much it is? It is clearly 25. Now which one is more electronegative hybrid orbital? Where s percentage is high, this is percentage of s, not p. Okay, clear? So directly s percentage is more means sp is greater than sp2 is greater than sp3. Electronegative order, which order it is? Decreasing order, high to low. Decreasing order of electronegativity, like this. This is high, this is low. Why? Because s character is more. This means more electronegative, this means less electronegative. Okay, increasing order means increasing order means low to high. sp3 less than sp2 less than sp. Am I right? This is high electronegative. This is low electronegative. Am I right? Clear? This is increasing order. Okay, so very important for JEE and NEET and AMSET also. Okay, s percentage is increases, their electronegativity is also increases. Remember this. Okay, is it clear, all of you? And size, next, size of hybrid orbitals. Size. So now percentage of s character is inversely proportional to size of hybrid orbitals. That means s percentage is increases, size decreases. Okay, s percentage is decreases, size increases. Okay, clear? Now which one has bigger size, where s percentage decreases? Now size decreasing order, that means high to low. So s percentage is less, where in this case, so sp3, sp2 and least one is s character. S percentage is decreases, size is more. Okay, more s percentage means less size, that is sp. Maximum size less s percentage. Am I right? Here minimum size more s percent. Am I right? This is a bigger in size, it's a lesser in size, smaller in size. Okay, this is a decreasing order. This is high size, low size, high to low. It is increasing order means increasing order of size. Increasing order means low to sp less than sp2 sp3, increasing order of the size. So maximum size, minimum size, increasing low to high, low to high size, same but reverse. This is high. Okay, is it clear? So as percentage is decreases, size increases. That means electronegativity means size increase, as percentage increases, electronegativity is increases. Okay, remember this concept. Okay, very important. Is it clear, students, all of you? Now write the question regarding this concept. Which of the following hybrid orbital has maximum electronegative? Option A sp3, option B sp2, option B sp, option D none of this. Electronegativity means electronegativity directly proportional to S character. So S character is maximum in 50% of S character here. Am I right? So this is the answer. More electronegative. Okay. Next question. Which of the following hybrid orbital has maximum size? Option A sp3, option B sp2, sp, option D all. Which one is correct one? So size is inversely proportional to S character. Am I right? Which one has less character? This one, 25% of S only. So maximum size. This is the answer. Maximum size. Is it clear? Okay students, again we will meet again on tomorrow. In that we will discuss about sigma, pi bond and the differences and catenation power also. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.